CES 2026 is underway in Las Vegas, and Engadget has boots on the ground finding all the greatest tech and the quirkiest gadgets that may or may not find a way into your home at some point in the future. It is Monday, January 5th, and here is a quick look at just a few things they found in the opening hours. Undoubtedly, we have all fantasized about sprawling on an embroidered chaise longue while our amanuensis faithfully typed out everything we said. SwitchBot turned up to CES with something that does a similar job, but without the romance of the amanuensis, the typewriter, or the chaise longue. Instead, it's launching the AI Mind Clip, a wearable microphone which records and transcribes every noise that comes from your mouth. Now, the company is not alone in this space, with many others turning up to CES this year offering devices to log your thoughts through the day. But SwitchBot does hope to distinguish itself from the crowd with an AI which can both summarize and extract useful data from your chats. The company's representatives said it will use its initiative and create its own reminders based on what it thinks you will need to remember. Sadly, we couldn't get to see it working in person, and we don't know when it will be available or how much it will cost. But it will probably be a little bit cheaper than the chaise longue. Amid the endless AI hype, Samsung had a big surprise for folks last night at CES 2026, a massive 130-inch Micro RGB TV. It's so large that it's suspended by a large metal stand that surrounds the entire screen, which also lets you tilt the screen just a bit. For the Samsung diehards, it is basically a reinvention of its timeless gallery stand from 2013. Now, I imagine bringing this TV home would be like Bart Simpson adopting his beloved elephant Stampy. Your pets would be terrified, and your family would probably be annoyed at this television dominating so much of your home. But it sure looks amazing in person. Just like LG's Micro RGB set, it's using an evolved form of mini LED technology that allows for far better color accuracy and richness. Samsung representatives were clear that this Micro RGB set was only a concept of what the company could do with the technology. It's not an actual product it plans to ship. In another demo, Samsung took the 130-inch screen and mounted it directly on a wall. Now, of course, it still looks stunning, but if you want the wall mount, you actually have to mount the entire stand to the wall since it's part of the TV's speaker system. But of course, those details really don't matter much because you will not be able to buy the 130-inch Micro RGB TV in its current form. Last year's 115-inch model was impressive, but its $30,000 price did not make it feasible for anyone but the ultra-rich. And those folks would be better off investing in Samsung's own micro LED sets, which offer the benefits of OLED that Micro RGB does not. Smart locks have a notable inconvenience: running out of power. Lockin, maker of vein recognition locks, debuted its newest model on the CES floor. It charges wirelessly via an optical infrared beam with a 4-meter range. Now, a small device connected to a standard outlet inside the house shoots a beam at the lock, which has a small receptor panel that turns the light into power, sort of like a plug-in sun beaming at a tiny solar array. The tech carries certifications from 2 independent organizations and will not harm eyeballs or bodies that get in the way of the beam, though if the beam is interrupted, charging stops. The lock itself is a mortise lock that will likely require a pro to install, as it's not just a standard deadbolt replacer. It is not a standard lock in other ways, too, with video and speaker capabilities, AI recognition as well as touchscreen features and vein recognition. The tall black rectangle looked sleek, if huge, in person with a pocket-style grip and a rather sizable display on the interior panel. The outer panel has a touchscreen along with 2 cameras, allowing it to act as a doorbell video camera. You can unlock the door via palm, finger vein, or 3D facial recognition. The price is currently undisclosed, but units should start shipping in July or August of this year. There is a cheaper version of the lock with the same wireless charging capability, but without the video features. That's going to sell for $350 and will be available in April. Thanks for listening. A full day of CES coverage is on the way today. Be sure to visit Engadgets.com for all the latest tech news. This episode featured journalism from Daniel Cooper, Devendra Hardawar, and Amy Skorheim, and was voiced and produced from the sound studios of Spoken Layer. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back tomorrow with more CES coverage from Engadget.